Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider, back with another cryptocurrency video for you on May 15th, 2020, and I'm still getting used to theme music. That big shout out to my friend Joe Stacy, who composed the theme music for me and produced it and put it into the file so that I can manipulate it for my cryptocurrency videos. It reminds me of Boards of Canada or something like that. I like it. Electronic goes well with crypto. So we're happy for his efforts and we're very thankful for them. What else is going on? Well, it's Friday, everyone. So, I mean, I know it doesn't mean anything because you can't really go anywhere depending on where you live. I guess some places are reopening. If you are going somewhere, please be careful with it, folks. We're still in the coronavirus pandemic, and it's a nasty, nasty thing and a whole new way of life for a lot of people. So do the best you can to maintain both your physical and mental health. We're going to jump into it here, but before we do, I do want to say I am not a certified financial planner. I am not an Abercrombie and Fitch underwear model. I am not a tax accountant, a stockbroker, or anyone else that should be giving you investment advice. I am just a guy on the internet. So regard anything I say as you would anyone on the internet. I have worked in the fintech space for a long time now, and I work with a lot of Ripple partners and a lot of banks that may be exploring other cryptocurrencies and offerings. Uh, I don't get to work in the cross-border payment space, although I did have a presentation the other day on the various cross, I wouldn't say cross-border payments. Some of them were domestic, some of them were wires, some of them were, I had a overview of the entire payment solution they offer at my companies, and it was an interesting meeting. Hopefully, I have more of them and I can get involved in that a little more because we talk about it so much here at the channel. Let's see our prices. Nothing really to speak of. No major gains in the top 10. I guess EOS up 3.5% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominance sitting around 68%. The market cap, however, is growing. I mean, over the past month, we've added what 56 billion to the old market cap overall. So people, I guess money is coming into the market. I'd like to see that double or triple at some point. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes. I wish there was a very big holistic chart you could get from here, but I could probably get that from coinmarketcap.com. But it is amazing how crypto has grown since the inception of Bitcoin back in 2009. We have Ethereum Classic up 5%. Let's see, we got a few 2.5. Just looking down the list here to see some Theta up 16% from yesterday. So if you bought a bunch yesterday, congratulations to you. 16% in one day is a nice turnaround. HBAR sitting up 0.36% in the last hour, but down 0.38 over the 24-hour time period. And there was an article about HBAR today, and I got so excited because when I'm searching the Googles and the search engines for some of these stories, when something comes up with HBAR Hedera, I got very excited. But then I read the article and I decided not to cover it here because it was really heady and for the eggheads, and it had to do with selling proof of consensus as a service and operating at the application layer of the OSI model. And I said, if I read this thing on my cryptocurrency video today, people are going to be snoozing. I am going to be the cure to coronavirus-induced insomnia. And people will be sharing my videos across the world just so they can fall asleep. But hey, I guess a share is a share, right? um, Ripple XRP technical analysis from the Coinalyze page. Over the past 5 minutes, we have some green creeping in. It's nothing to get too excited about. This stuff can change as you refresh the page, especially this 5 minute area here. But, a green is better than red, but still, over the past day, down 1.02%. When will our beloved XRP moon? And that's the question I see in every discussion group. And one of the big questions everybody has is, well, with all this good news around XRP and all the new partnerships, when moon, basically? People want to know, when will XRP moon? Uh, and it depends on what your definition of moon is and when you got into the market. Obviously, if you were a newcomer to the market when XRP was first launched, you have already mooned and come back. So, but if you bought it at the height in the sort of FOMO area, then obviously you're really a beleaguered investor waiting for some positive news. And I have a few thoughts on that. The first one is, despite all the good news in the world, we can say anything great about XRP that we want. We can highlight its many benefits over other coins such as Bitcoin. We can highlight its utility and use case scenarios until we're blue in the face. That will not overcome the law of supply and demand. And XRP has a bit of a supply problem. It's something that we have to wait out. Now, it is deflationary. There is a burn rate on XRP transactions, meaning a little bit gets burned with every transaction, but that is a minute amount. And so there's a lot of XRP. Ripple owns a lot of XRP. I know it's in escrow, but it's still many billions of XRP. You got to look at something like Bitcoin, where I think there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins. And then you look at something like XRP, where there's 100 billion of those things. Um, or 99 billion, it decreases as the burn rate burns down some of the transactions. Now, that doesn't mean I don't think it can go up in price. I just am saying that it's a difficult thing, and the utility, there are a lot of people think utility will win the day, and that will in turn spur competition for the token, and the price will move. That's possible. That can happen. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but we're still early. If you look, MoneyGram just got in, and I'm sure they're by far the largest organization using the ODL solution. They just got in last year, towards the end of last year. So it's not a thing where people are going to flip a switch. If there was a switch to flip, I would advise flipping it, but no one listens to me. I've never heard of an XRP switch anywhere in my dealings in banking or with any of the Ripple clients. Uh, so it's something we have to wait out, and still we're tied to the Bitcoin market. That is another reason we're kind of work at the behest of Bitcoin. As it is, Bitcoin being the tide rises, so do all the boats in the water, which are the altcoins. And as it lowers, so does all the boats in the water that are the altcoins. And XRP is an altcoin. So the best thing I would advise, and what I do is I just hodl. I don't invest more than I can afford to lose into XRP or any other token. I'd rather not lose it, obviously, but if I do, it'll just be a learning experience for me. All right, so this story here is Sygnum Bank adds XRP to currency portfolio. Sygnum, the world's first digital asset bank, has launched XRP on its platform XRP, and now available for custody, trading, and credit services at Sygnum. It's the third most capitalized protocol token after Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I went to the Sygnum website, and you can sign up for an account. I don't know if it will let or U.S. customers. I didn't actually go through the steps. It said you needed a webcam and a microphone. I got the microphone, and I do have a webcam, but I keep my computer closed all the time, so all they would see is blackness, and I really didn't want to set up an account with it. But if you have an account with Signum, let me know if you like it, and what you can do with it. This article here at Finextra isn't real clear on the product offerings. It says something about loans, but is it are these savings accounts? Are these loans? Checking account? I don't know what they're offering. It is a Swiss bank that I have absolutely no connection to at all. Um, The next article comes from Forbes, Billy Bambro. Bitcoin has outperformed most other assets so far this year and is on course to be one of the best bets of 2020. The Bitcoin price, after plummeting in March amid a wider coronavirus-induced sell-off, is up around 30% so far this year. However, one minor cryptocurrency has almost doubled in price since January, with many expecting it to climb yet further. Tezos, trading as XTZ, has risen by 85% since the beginning of the year, adding to gains made last year and giving Tezos a market capitalization of almost 1.8 billion. And there are a lot of people trying to Tezos until they Bezos. It is definitely one of the big best movers of 2019 and probably going to stay that way in 2020. There are a lot of people saying that that's where most Tezos seems to be one of the most popular platforms for new projects to build on at the moment, said Maddie Greenspan. Um, Tezos, definitely some positive news there, and then they show the little graph of 1 year up 40%. No other asset or no other investment is going to give you 40% in a year and offer staking rewards as well. In addition to that, you can stake Tezos. Obviously, we talked about that a million times and make about 5 or 6% return on it, which is way better than anything going. And I don't know. I always wanted to buy more than I should, but I always have to catch myself with that rule. Do not invest more than you can afford to lose. I would like to put some more in Tezos. I would like to put some more in Chainlink. But and of course, I missed the golden opportunity when these dropped on March 12th because I was fighting with the bank over money and it was taking longer than it should. And by the time I actually got the cash, it was too late to get in at those low prices. Bitcoin price nears golden cross, but will Bitcoin finally conquer 10,000? Yes, it's already conquered 10,000. It'll conquer 20,000. It will get there. I don't know when it will get there, but it will. I think we're at 94, 9,500 now. Ether, another one I'd like to have more of. The second biggest crypto by market cap is down a little less by 1.72 and retesting the critical $200 level, while XRP also attempts to maintain a key level of 20 cents. Let's see if we've broken back up above. No, see, it went red. Just as we're doing the video, these move up and down. I don't have a Chainlink story, but we'll check in with old Mr. Donovan Jolly from DIY Investing. He is a young chart analyst sort of guy that does a lot of technical analysis. If you haven't been to his channel, I'd suggest checking him out. He's very good at putting these concepts in ways that people that may not be familiar with chart analysis or that familiar with it, like me, can understand. I think he's a bit exuberant sometimes in some of his projections, but uh, trend-wise, I think he's spot on a lot of the time. Chainlink looks exactly the same as Amazon after the internet bubble. I know I have showed you guys before, but it's important to pay attention. I'm watching for a breakout to happen soon. I will be adding to my spot buys, and then he's comparing Amazon to the Chainlink charts, and he's showing you the various correlations between them, um, as analysts tend to do, and yeah, so I don't know which one here is Chainlink and which one is Amazon. I'm guessing this is Amazon because it starts in 1998. And he popped this over top of it. So we will see. Um, we will see what happens there. But Chainlink is one of the ones that I do predict will go back above its all-time high. Let's look at our donation as the music's going to play here. We did donate 3 XRP to @GoodXRP. We donate for each new subscriber to the channel. We send a small amount of XRP off to @GoodXRP. They break it down and send it off to these 9 charities. They're all great places: dog rescues and homeless vets and educational materials, clean water fund. Wonderful things there. So check them out. If you do have some spare XRP you'd like to send off to charity, Good Souls Group is a great way to do it using the XRP tip bot. And that brings us to the end of the video. I'm going to pop up some additional videos for you to click on and continue your crypto insider journey. I'll be back at some point. I have not been going for the daily videos because there's not always a lot to say. So, expect a good couple of weeks anyways. That seems to be a better, an easier to maintain schedule for me. Thanks, and I'm out. I will see you guys later. Have a good weekend.